Breakfast, the most important meal of the day. And I don't know about you, I am sick and tired of just eating breakfast cereals, breakfast burritos, ham and eggs. It's all nasty stuff. So let's take it back to 19th century France. During the La Révolution, France only had water and flour to sustain themselves. And that's how they made these babies. Flat tortillas, organic, homegrown. They're quite delicious when you mix them with other ingredients such as escargot, those churros that they have at Taco Bell. It's really great stuff. But how can we make it better? Now, when the Great Recession happened for the French people, they had to add different ingredients and things of that nature, and that's how they came up with the great breakfast taquito. Yeah, this baby, they used to add in some plague-infested rats and a little bit of eggplant, or as they called it, aubergines. Now, if you look at taquitos in southern France, they have a nice golden shell exterior, and it's really soft on the inside with the shrimp and escargot that they use. But we're going to be using the stovetop version, which is the northern France variety. So we don't have to use the oven here, although you could have it on in case your heat went out. Now that we've turned off our oven, we're going to preheat our stove to 350 degrees Fahrenheit to get that nice and toasty. And in the meantime, we're going to be assembling our ingredients. But first things first, we need our tools in the kitchen. Right here, we have a lovely laminate cutting board here. It's retail valued for $24.95 according to the Wikipedia lore of taquito making. Taquitos. Yeah. And next we have a knife. Now, when you use a knife, you have to be very careful when you handle it. Can't tell you how many times I've seen people just use a knife willy-nilly and then they just get sliced, or they cut their fingers off, or they hit their toes, or they hit somebody else. So be careful in the kitchen. Don't try this at home, but try, taquitos at home. Hey Steve, do we have a toothpick? Just kidding. Now that we've discussed our food safety instructions and paid off the lawyers, we're going to get going on the ingredients that you will need to make traditional breakfast taquitos. Now, usually they add mushrooms in the regions of Europe, but we're American. Next you'll have, you want butter, some kosher salt, freshly ground black pepper in a pre-ground thing. And next we'll have kielbasa. You want the Polish variety if that's possible, because Polska, yeah. We have hash browns. Now, interesting thing about hash browns, they were invented in the 1920s by the Cleveland Browns organization. Now, they originally drafted potatoes in the first round, but the quarterback didn't work out so well, so they traded it for the Ravens, and the Ravens ended up winning a Super Bowl because of it. So it makes a delicious companion for the filling we need for our taquitos. You want cheese because you just want cheese, right? Unless you're lactose intolerant, then man, it sucks. Next we have. Hey Steve, why wasn't this cracked? We'll get to that later. We gotta fire some interns, clean house. Next we have our lovely, delicate green pepper. Now, this one's probably a bit spicier than the usual variety. We try to get these from New Mexico or Nebraska. They both are great places for hot peppers themselves. But yeah, it's pretty sweet. Also, it's optional. You can use a hot sauce. Oh wait, we don't have the copyright for that. We have a hot sauce that we could use, and that really adds a nice kick to our lovely taquito breakfast. We need an onion and garlic for our breath and for flavor, ladies. See, I don't care what people know, but I think reverse racism is just bullshit, you know? It's like, what, I want to, say hi to Jay-Z and he doesn't wave at me back. It's like, what the hell, man? Like, I'm famous too. But, you don't ask me for problems, and I'm just like, dude. Just like my grandma used to make. What the hell? I told you to get out of here. That's scary, man. I don't even like onions. I'm allergic to them. But it's for the people. So I think that's what it comes down to. Like Steve over there, like, yeah, we gotta fire him because he's been talking crap about my stuff. It's like, well, you don't have a show, buddy. So I could quit you, fire you. Don't ask me for that. Make sure you keep the root for onions. It's really good for essential oils. You just dip it in with a little bit of lavender. It's like, Now, if you ever add in too much salt, you can always cry about it and, give up on a culinary career. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for. These are the breakfast taquitos that we've been slaving over for the past 5 hours. And you can see that they look, well, they kind of look like a breakfast burrito. Shoot. I think we messed up. Oh, next time on Good Eats, we're actually going to make a real breakfast taquito when we go to the grocery store and buy a couple of things. All right, till next time.